Hello, everyone. Welcome to Coaching Think Talk. So I am Life Coach Candee Teng. I'm a professional certified CACC life coach and a certified mental health coach from Life Coach Philippines. And this is coaching for mindful eating. So this coaching conversation is for people who sees food as life, but who are being challenged by what they eat, which causes them physical, emotional, and mental stress. And my mission is to help 1 million individuals to become mentally fit to heal and recover from their broken identity, broken name, and broken dreams so that they can courageously journey outside of their comfortable lifestyle to live a life of stewardship. So, thank you for joining me live today, and please leave your digital footprints by letting us know where you are coming from today. Please do tag a friend and circulate this video to help us reach more individuals who might be in need of what I'll be sharing for this session. So you may also give some shout outs to people you want to greet and reach out with some inspiring message. So if you are watching this on a replay, please do comment hashtag replay. I am streaming via FB page of Life Coach Philippines and YouTube channel Coach AI-Connect. So if you are new to our platform, please like, follow, and subscribe. And for this session, my topic is what goes inside the fridge. Ayan, do you know what goes inside of your fridge? Are you aware of what goes inside of your fridge? What are the ways that you should be keeping your food inside the fridge? Ayan. So feel free to tag a friend, circulate this video, of course, to someone who might be in need of this. Okay, so again, this is all about mindful eating, and of course, being mindful in the way you eat, of course, relates as well to your mindfulness on how you store your food and how is the process of like freezing, reheating food, and how it affects our body. So this is all part of mindful eating. Okay, so in case you are meeting me for the first time, my name is Life Coach Candee Teng. I am a proud scholar of Master Coach A's as a proud scholar of Master Coach A's Strive Speak, a six-step to six-figure speaking career training program. I am also a Master Builder Apprentice of Master Coach A. So we build Tribe as we help your unstoppable dream to come true. So I am also the creator and founder of When Comfort is Not So Comfortable coaching community. So when you talk about comforts, it is not only limited to your physical comfort, but this can be your emotional comforts as well, your mental comforts that that eventually hinders you from growing, and as it hinders you, as you stay within those comforts, you are eventually pained by comfort. And oftentimes when there is a fear of the unknown, fear of um fear of living out of our comfort zone, we experience so much that we choose to stay within the comforts even if it pains us. And so remember that life offers rewards in every choices that we make, and choosing not to move is also a choice. And of course, I am a proud coachee of Master Coach A. Ayan. So we have been in partnership for 3 years now. And we are still ongoing in partnership. Okay. And the the first time that I went to Master Coach A, I was clinically diagnosed with multiple mental illnesses, and that started the journey of really focusing on mental health, mental wellness, and eventually it evolved to mental fitness. That's why we have coaching for mental fitness. So we advocate here in Life Coach Philippines and Decaf Coffee Republic. We advocate quality of life specific to those people who has mental health related concerns. Ayan, di ba? Yeah, and throughout the journey, undergoing the journey, eventually I got healed from my multiple mental illnesses. Ayan. And of course, one of my struggle in terms of mental illness is my eating disorder. That's why we have coaching for mindful eating, ayan, which is my topic, my episode, my talk no for Tuesdays. Ayan. So if I earlier I said mental fitness, so that is on Fridays. Okay. So for this, since it's Tuesday, it is coaching for mindful eating. So I have eating disorder. So it is a journey as well on getting to know yourself, getting to know your patterns, getting to know how you eat, how you think as well, no? because the food that we eat has a direct relation to our mind. It provides the nutrition to our mind. It can help with the healing of our mind as well, of course, and it is closely related to our gut-brain health. Okay, gut-brain axis. So, we have a gut-brain na ano, that the brain and the gut is directly linked, okay, and the gut is the second brain, of course, and in the gut, no, nandoon na pupunta yung mga kinakain natin. That's where the food we eat goes to. That's why it is important for us to be mindful as well on what we eat in the process, of course, of not only during the eating process, but before the eating process and after the eating process. So I invite you to connect with me. So this is my page, Life Coach Candee, and this is my group when comfort is not too comfortable, coaching community. And this is my personal FB timeline. Okay, my personal FB account, and I only have one account, so it is only this. So if you see any other account with my face with a different name, that's not me. If it's my face and same name, no, that's a different face. It's not me. Pag same face, same name, pero hindi po yan ang itsura ng timeline, that is not me. I only have this account. And ito po talaga siya. This is the look of my FB account. And of course, I invite you to like and follow Decaf Coffee Republic. So this is the home of certified life coaches here in the Philippines. It is where I am presently located in my favorite area, the library area. So I invite you to be a channel of love and hope as you bless someone with a meal from Decaf Coffee Republic, and allow us to partner with you in blessing someone today, in bringing the Decaf Coffee Republic experience, the Decaf Coffee Republic healing, no, to other people, especially during these times of need, especially during these times of the pandemic where everything is very stressful, di ba, yung mental health natin, it's being affected, the physical distancing is as well creating barriers within the relationship. So I invite you to partner with us in becoming a blessing to someone by sending them a meal and or a beverage from Decaf Coffee Republic. And along with that meal, of course, let your personal message inspire someone today. So you can put there a word of encouragement, a word of love, a word of inspiration, a word of hope, um, a word of even forgiveness. So allow us again to help you bring light into someone's life this season. So be blessed all the more for being a blessing. And if you want to bless someone, I feel free to connect with me. I can process your orders, your food orders, or you can connect with Coach Rizal as well at 0917-586-1661. So as I begin, of course, I invite you to intentionally get your hashtag pack my bag moments. So your hashtag pack my bag moments are key points, aha moments, words, sharings, lessons that resonated with you. These are powerful truths that speaks to your heart, and for some, it even pinches their heart. And when you get this, you usually say, "I got it. I'm done. I got what I paid for. I can leave." Ayan. So these are your hashtag pack my bag moment. And of course, I invite you to share your hashtag pack my bag moment on your timeline so you get to bless other people as well. Especially no yung mga nag-newsfeed and makikita yung newsfeed nyo, you are already becoming a blessing to them. And of course, putting on your hashtag pack my bag moment while you are learning is a mental model principle as well, where you get to learn explanation method effect yan that you get to learn twice as fast, at least no twice as fast, when you really get your hashtag pack my bag moment and you post it. And of course, if you want to put a context so people will know where your hashtag pack my bag moment comes from, you can put hashtag coaching ping talk, hashtag mindful eating, or hashtag mentally fit Phil. Okay. Ayan. So, what can you see in this picture? Okay, what can you see? What can you see? Malamang, di ba, may dalawang tao. There's a process of like baking. And then there's also the fridge. So what goes into the fridge? What goes inside the fridge? So some foods need to be kept in the fridge, di ba? Usually, why do you use the fridge kasi, di ba? That's the question. Usually, we personally, I use the fridge in order to store foods. Okay, to store food, beverages, okay, especially eggs. Kasi it's a staple for me. Eggs are staple for me. Although I'm not much in the house, no, I'm not much in the condo in my place, but I still make sure that I have egg and guiabano there inside my fridge. Okay. So what is the purpose of a fridge and why do we use fridge? So if you haven't thought of it, or you're just thinking about it now, no, feel free to share with me your thoughts. Again, I would appreciate your thoughts, your feedbacks, your comments. So this is for us to be able to staying engaged in our session for this morning. So again, when you use fridge, no, some foods actually, of course, needs to be kept in the fridge to help slow down germs. Ayan, hindi po yung purpose nito para may makain tayo bukas. But use fridge in order to help slow down germs growth and keep food fresh and safe for longer. Mas matagal, okay? So there are foods marked with a use by date, no? And you keep it refrigerated. Di ba merong ganon? Keep refrigerated on the label, such as milk, meat, no? Especially yung mga ready meals. These are usually kailangan na keep refrigerated yan, okay? So the cool down process, of course, especially in leftovers, no? Uh, I don't know with you how yung cooling down process ng leftovers mo. Do you allow, cause kunyari, no, bagong luto, and you just eat it, and it's still warm. Do you automatically put it inside the fridge, or you wait for it to cool down? And if you wait for it to cool down, please share with me, no, how many hours do you wait for it to cool down? Ayan, this is very, very critical, and this is very interesting. Okay? So, cool down leftovers, you want to be able to put them in fridge as quickly as possible within 2 hours. So you get to store them in a fridge and eat them as well within 2 days. Okay? Within 2 days, that's the safest, that's the most healthiest, because wala pa masyadong germs to growth, and hindi pa sira yung food. No? Oftentimes kasi we look at it only as basta hindi pa sila yung food, pwede mo pang kainin. But here we would really want to look at it that you want to be able to keep yourself protected from food poisoning or from any other health related concern, no, when it comes to storing your food. So ang pinaka safe really here is to eat them within 2 days. And if you are not able to eat them within 2 days, do not even think about still eating them, okay? So as well, no, when you store foods in the fridge, no, you want to be able to avoid putting open tin cans in the fridge, as the food inside may develop a metallic paste. Sino po yung I had that experience, like literally malalasahan mo yung bakal. Lasa siyang bakal, okay? So for others, I think I have an experience. It's not me, no, a friend of mine na sinabi niya lasang kalawa. Ayan. So although the food is not spoiled, no, but as you keep it inside the fridge, no, na nakalata lang siya, na naka-open siya, it made it develop eventually the metallic paste. Okay, so you want to be able to as well be mindful to follow the manufacturer's instruction or place the contents in a storage container. Diba? Kaya tayo it really depends on you on where you put it. For some, like in my case, I do mason jar and lock and lock, no, yung mga ganyan, and Tupperware as well. Okay, so you may basta put the contents in a storage container or covered bowl before refrigerating. If it's already in a bowl, you want to be able to cover it before refrigerating. So usually you use yung plastic, no, cling wrap, or for others talagang may lang, may literally na plate, no. So you want to be able to put them aside. Now, do you know about fridge maintenance? So usually when you talk about yung fridge, no, you want to be able to keep your fridge temperature at 41 Fahrenheit or 5 Celsius or below. Okay, so ayaw nating uminit, because pag uminit, of course, That's where the growth, no, the growth of the germs, no, comes in. Okay, so if your fridge, of course, has a digital temperature display, you may wish to check it against an internal fridge thermometer kasi sa loob meron din thermometer. Now and again, to make sure it's accurate. And of course, you want to be able to clean and inspect your fridge regularly to ensure it remains hygienic and in good working order. Sino po dito yung defrosting of the fridge where you get to clean it. How many times do you often do that? How many times do you often do that? In our case, ang pinakamaganda dito is you really do it once a month. Okay, once a month. It's really compared to others, no, it's more tedious, but then again, it is more hygienic for you. Okay, it is more hygienic because remember you are keeping food inside and you eat food. Okay, it goes inside your body. So you want to make sure na ano siya, malinis siya. Okay? So sino po dito, every when do you really defrost and clean your ref? So, ayan, please share with me. Everyone mo kini-clean yung refrigerator nyo, and especially the freezer, no, you get to defrost and then you clean the whole fridge, you unplug it and then you clean it. Okay? And how often do you actually allow maintenance people, no, maintenance checkup for your refrigerator? So please feel free to share with me. And if you are not, no, then this is a proper time for you as well to really check on it and to give this some thought. Okay. Now, for the food, no, usually, I don't know if you do this, but it is very important to mark your food with the use by dates. Use use by date. So, no, of course, no food lasts forever. No matter how well stored it is, it will spoil. Okay, and most pre-packed foods carry either, of course, a use by or a best before date. And if you are putting naman no mga leftover food, you want to be able to really put as well a date. You want to be able to put a date kung when you ate it and when you put it inside the fridge. You want to be able to make sure, of course, that you just don't eat it pag naka 2 days na automatically just remove it, okay? Because it is not, alam mo yun, the thought of sayang, it is not worth sayang if you're going to affect your health. So you want to be able to really think about that. So the use by dates or the best before dates is very important, and it usually appears on food that go off quite quickly, okay? And it can be dangerous to eat food past this date, okay? So madami pwede mangyari, food poisoning and everything, no? The best before dates are for foods with a longer life. So magkaiba si use by and best before. Use by dates, no, the use by na tatak, it's more of a shorter period of time. Mas mabilis silang masira. Now, the best before are foods with a longer life. So the best before naman, they show how long the food will be at its best. Kaya, best before this certain date. Ibig sabihin, you want to be able to eat it before the date. Okay? So food can look and smell fine even if it's used by date, but that doesn't necessarily mean it is still safe to eat. It could still contain bugs that can make you ill. Bugs, yes, bugs po. It could still contain bugs that could make you ill. And eating food past its best before date is not dangerous, but the food may not be good quality. So may pagkakaiba talaga siya. Pag sinabi mong used by talaga, it can make you ill. But yung best before date, not that dangerous, but the food may not be of its great or good quality. Okay? Now, if you look at this can be how you store no this is usually you can freeze, actually you can freeze this food. Di ba, taray? You can yogurt, fish, milk, meat, and bread. You can even freeze bread, eggs, including boiled eggs, baked goods, rice. If you see me looking here, I'm looking at the Christmas, okay? So bananas and cheese, except for soft cheese. Ayan. So these are food that you can do. You can freeze, no? So anything with a high water content food like strawberries, tomato will go squishy but are still fine to cook. So you want to be able to place food in an airtight container or wrap it tightly in freezer bags or similar containers before placing it in the freezer. Otherwise, the cold air will dry it out. So, hindi lang pwedeng bastang naglagay ka lang. So, you want to be able to see, to make sure na may lalagyanan siya or else the freezer will dry it out. So, these are all food that you can put it on inside the freezer. Okay? So, ang eggs naman, no, eggs are best stored in the fridge as they kept at a constant temperature. And eggs can actually also be frozen. And there are two ways to freeze eggs if you just don't know. I honestly don't freeze eggs, so I find this very interesting as I share this with you. Um, you can safely store a boiled egg in the fridge for a couple of days, or boiled eggs can also be frozen. Sorry. Okay. So you can safely store a boiled egg in the fridge for a couple of days, or you can directly store the boiled eggs in the freezer. Although, syempre, I just don't know, di ba, paano, I haven't really tried it. So if there's someone here who has already tried freezing a boiled egg, no, and then eating, feel free to share with me. I haven't really honestly tried this. I just do the refrigerating stuff, okay? So storing meat and poultry. Ayan, this one, di ba? Say na picture. Storing meat and poultry. So it's important to store meat safely in the fridge to stop bacteria from spreading and to avoid food poisoning. So you want to be able to store raw meat and poultry in clean, again, sealed containers on the bottom shelf of the fridge. Di ba? Yung, um, sino dito yung guilty, no, na wala nang isip-isip, basta mapasok mo na lang lahat ng kailangan mapasok sa fridge, okay? Na nagpapatong-patong na siya, and you don't honestly just you don't look at the order of how the foods are placed inside the fridge. So if this is meat, no, you want to be able to store the raw meat and poultry, of course, again in clean sealed containers on the bottom shelf of the fridge. Kaya 'di ba may divider, so sa bottom shelf sila. So you want to be able to follow any storage instruction on the label if you purchase the meat, and do not, of course, eat meat after its use by date. Again, it's another reminder, no? And you want to keep cooked meat separate from raw meat and ready to eat goods in general. So hindi siya pwedeng pinagsasama-sama mo siya. Kailangan talaga pinaghihiwalay mo siya. Now, freezing and defrosting meat and fish. So it's safe actually to freeze meat and fish as long as you first freeze it anytime before it's used by date. Second, you defrost meat and fish thoroughly before cooking because lots of liquid will come out as the meat tossed, di ba? I don't know if you have an experience na hindi pa siya completely defrosted, no? You already cook it, and while you're cooking it, nakikita mo lumalabas lahat ng water, okay? So lots of liquid will come out as the meat toss, so stand it in a bowl to stop bacteria in the liquid spreading to other things. Okay, so you want to be able, kaya kailangan as well, no, sealed, because if there's anything, no, na what that happens, like there are cases, especially pag nagba-brown out, no, pag nag-ano siya, slowly nagde-defrost siya, nagtoto yung liquid niya. You want to be able to prevent it, no, from spreading to other things as well. And of course, you want to be able to defrost meat or fish in a microwave if you intend to cook it straight away. Or if not, you want to be able to defrost in the fridge overnight so it doesn't get too warm. Okay? So, ilalagay mo siya sa fridge, ililipat mo siya sa fridge overnight so it doesn't get too warm. Okay? You can also do that. And of course, you want to be able to cook food until it's steamingly hot throughout. Okay? You want to make sure talaga na cook yung food mo. Okay? And you want to make sure that meat is properly wrapped in the freezer or it might get freezer burn. Okay? May freezer burn po yung dumidikit-dikit, which can make it tough and inedible. And of course, you want to be able to date and label meat in the freezer and eat it within 24 hours of defrosting. Okay, so yun po yung meal. If you are able to defrost it, you want to be able to eat it within 24 hours kasi po yung bacteria doon nabubuhay. Okay, and you can freeze meat for a long time and it will still be safe to eat, but the quality will deteriorate. So it's best to eat it within 3 to 6 months. Okay, that's why it is really recommended for you to buy in smaller portions. No, so when you get to eat you want to be able to eat it, or if you are able to buy it in large portion before you store it, you want to be able to chunk it to smaller pieces so that when you get to defrost pa isa-isa siya, hindi yung whole meat i-defrost mo tapos kukuha ka lang ng certain meat and then ibabalik mo yung iba, so that's not that healthy. Okay, so you can as well, eto na, the refreezing meat and fish. So you want to be able to know that never refreeze raw meat or fish that has been defrosted. That's the key rule. It is very, very dangerous and it can lead to food poisoning. Again, never refreeze raw meat, including poultry or fish that has been defrosted. So pag na-defrost na siya, kainin mo na siya. You have to eat it, you have to cook it, okay? You can cook frozen meat and fish once defrosted and then refreeze them. Pwede pag na-cook mo na, then you refreeze, but never siya yung na-defrost mo and then ibabalik mo siya. Okay? So you can refreeze cooked meats and fish once lang, as long as they have been cooled before going into the freezer. And if in doubt, if you feel na alanganin siya, then do not refreeze. Okay? Just put it in the fridge. Okay. So frozen raw foods can be defrosted once and stored in the fridge for up to 24 hours before they need to be cooked or thrown away. So you have two options. You have to cook them again, or you can just throw them away. So to be able to reduce wastage, we want to be able to divide the meal into portions. Ito yung sinasabi ko, you want to be able to already divide it into portions before freezing and then just defrost when you need. Mas tipid, but it's safer as well for your health in order to avoid poisoning or to avoid food poisoning. Okay, now ito, if you look at here, I'm going to look here. So do not throw any leftovers that because they can make tomorrow's lunch. Ayan, sino po yung mahilig dito? For others, they are very creative in cooking. No, I'm sure Coach Team listening here, he's very creative in leftovers. No, alam mo yung mga leftovers, pwede mo kasi siyang lutuin ulit. You can cook it again to make it another new dish. So there are people who can do that. Ako, I don't. I just reheat and then eat. Okay. So, ayan, so mga mahilig nagluluto, ayan. But I saw my mom, she's so used to this, no, na she doesn't really throw away leftovers, but tomorrow you can eat them. But iba na yung forma niya, it's another new dish, okay? So, you want to be able to follow these tips to make the most of them, of course. You want to cool leftovers as quickly as possible. Again, like I said, ideally within 2 hours. You want to divide leftovers into individual portions and refrigerate or freeze so that when you just need a portion, you just get one. Isang buo na. So there is no need to hit them and then put them back on the fridge kasi it will spoil quickly and it will of course be detrimental to your health. You want to be able to use refrigerated leftovers within 2 days, okay? And when you reheat food, you want to make sure it is heated until it reaches a temperature of 70 Celsius for 2 minutes. 2 minutes so that it is steaming hot throughout para din maano din yung mga bacteria, no? Wala yung bacteria. Also, you want to always defrost leftovers completely, either in the fridge or in the microwave. Again, pag microwave, if you are going to eat it immediately. If not, then you can move from the freezer to the fridge. And when defrosted, of course, when food is defrosted, food should be reheated only once, because the more times you cool and reheat food, the higher the risk of food poisoning. I want to be able to the cooked food, no, that has been frozen and removed from the freezer should be reheated and eaten within 24 hours after of fully defrosting. And of course, you want to be able to store your food in the freezer, such as ice cream, frozen desserts, and this should not be returned to the freezer once they have thawed. Yan, sino po yung mahilig dito? I'm really guilty of this before. Dahil alam ko na siya ngayon, di ba, hindi ko na siya gagawin. You really wait for the whole ice cream, for the whole frozen dessert to thaw. And then you put it back in the freezer. Again, that is very, very dangerous for the health. And for safety, and to reduce waste, you want to be able to only take out the freezer what you want to be able to take the food out of the freezer what you intend to use within the next 24 hours. So yung gagamitin mo lang, okay? Yung gagamitin mo lang, yung portion lang. That's why it's very important to be able to make sure that you have portion your food. So that's it for our episode for this session of coaching for mindful eating. Again, this is a different take naman, no? Nandun naman tayo sa fridge on how to store food in order for you to become mindful as well on how on the process of mindful eating. Again, this is before eating process, no? Before and after. Kasi before, paglulutuin mo, and after, if you have leftovers that you want to store. So this is a complete process. And usually, no, I don't know with you, but not everyone has as are aware of this rules, no, when you do fridge, when you use refrigerator. So I hope this helps. I'm sure this helps. And again, feel free to share this video. And as I end, of course, I invite you to join me in a process of mindful eating. So I have a coaching for mindful eating bundle. Ayan. So it is a bundle where I get to journey with you. Especially if ano, no, food is life. Like in my case, when food is life for you, and it is already becoming a challenge for you because it is already physically affecting you, mentally affecting you, emotionally affecting you if you're into emotional eating, stress eating, and then eventually, no, yun yung pang-cope up with mo ng stress mo, and then eventually you see that you're already gaining weight and you're unable to maintain the healthy lifestyle. Then I invite you to connect with me and let us journey together into becoming an expert of your own eating habits, your own eating patterns, on the way your mind thinks, and of course the methods that you can do in order to address them. And you get to learn great practices, of course, for paying attention in your eating. And if you want to start mindfulness practice, this is the easiest, you know, the easiest, but the most basic way for you to go into mindful. Because when you get to become mindful in the eating, no, in your eating process, then again you get to develop the skill of mindfulness, and you will be able to use and practice mindfulness in other areas of your life, because again, mindfulness is a skill. And here it is as well, hindi lang siya basta eating, no, it is actually a discovery, a self encounter, and a self discovery process where you get to learn more about yourself, about how you process emotions, how your mind works, of course. And of course, since involves the mental aspects as well, meron din tayong mental models to be able to address, okay, the distortions, the cognitive distortions that we have in the way we think. So it is very, very, very helpful for you. So connect with me. So these are my Facebook details. That's my number right there. And that's my page. So go ahead, connect with me if you want to know more about this. I invite you to just connect with me. So as I end this conversation, let me invite you to be part of what we are doing as an organization of professional certified life coaches. Okay, so if you are not yet a smart holder of B-Learning e-card, and you are, of course, still missing all the perks that we are enjoying. And of course, today is the best time for you to take action and connect with Coach Rizal through 0907-586-1661 to join the B Learning Society, which is the tent maker of Be Learning Homes for Mental Fitness. So you can see on the screen, on top of the screen, that is the Be Learning Homes for Mental Fitness. Ayan. So when you get to subscribe here in the Be Learning e-card, as you get to become a member of Be Learning Society, you are as well helping build the Be Learning Homes for Mental Fitness, which is a passion project of Master Coach A. And as a holder of Be Learning e-card, you get to enjoy 5% food and beverage discount from Decaf Coffee Republic. You get a full access to mental model master classes by Master Coach A, which happens every third Saturday of the month. Plus, of course, you get to benefit from 90-minute free coaching session with senior coaches of Life from Life Coach Philippines. So you want to be able to really learn about mental models, no? Because mental models are the way. It is a representation of how we see the world and how we interact with the world. And I really love this when it comes to mental model. Oftentimes, the way we think we operate in just one mental model that we are not aware of, and it's as if, alam mo yun, if you have a hammer, all you know is how to use a hammer, and everything around you will look like a nail. Kahit hindi siya nail, since hammer ang alam mo, pupukpuk ka, lahat pupukpukin mo. But when you get to learn about mental models, you get to learn about different tools that you can use in order for you to solve problems, in order for you to be able to um, even create the path for your own success. So mental model is very, very powerful, and there are at least 1,000 mental models out there. So the more you learn about mental models, the further you get to equip yourself in life. And of course, mental model can fix the cognitive distortions or the cognitive biases that we have in order for us to be able to correct our thought processes. So that is the beauty of of the mental models. And I invite you, of course, to join us. And of course, for more information and registration assistance, connect with Coach Rizal 30917-586-1661. Okay, now for individuals who intend to embark on a journey of becoming a certified life coach like us and joining us in the profession, Master Coaching now offers Coactively Co-Create Life Coach Certification Program. So this is a comprehensive approach to learning and mastering life coaching as an active process of creating a new path to achieving results in life. So that success is inevitable in every coaching relationship. So this includes a 21-day web-based learning, a 3-day live coaching bootcamp with Master Coach A, and a 3-day live business bootcamp with Senior Coaching Team. And the program package also comes with many other bonuses. So just connect with Coach Rizal through 0917-586-1661 to know more, and of course to discover more of the opportunities that is awaiting for you in this very fulfilling profession, which is the second fastest growing profession in the world today. So do join us for another coaching conversation later with Coach Cherry for coaching for lip formation at 2 p.m. and Coach Rizal for coaching for purposeful living at 4 p.m. So once again, this is Life Coach Candee Teng from Life Coach Philippines for coaching Think Talk, because coaches like us think and talk like this, and this is us in the Philippines. Love, boom, love, boom, love, boom. Bye-bye.